Hey, what's poppin'? It's your boy Jay the Comedian. Good morning. How y'all doing? I'm doing pretty good. Today I want to talk to y'all about the selfishness of JW parents. You got to really think about it. It's some selfish stuff that they do. I'm personally taken back by it. Because a lot of JW parents, they're like, look, if you don't serve Jehovah, I'm not going to risk my spiritual life for your BS. I'll kick you out of my house as opposed to stepping down from being elder. I'll make you go start your own life at 16 years old if you don't listen to what Jehovah says. Because I'm not going to risk my spiritual life. Like, y'all ain't going to fall on the sword for your kid. You ain't going to jump on a grenade for your kid. You ain't going to say, you know what? This is my kid. I love him. I'm going to do my thing for him. This and the God you serve is like, yeah, I'm okay with that. Are you kidding me? Technically, if you was out in the forest with your child, right? Y'all hanging out, doing forest stuff, I don't know, collecting mushrooms or pine cones or something. I don't know what people do in the forest. I'm from Chicago. But let's say you're in the forest and a bear hops out of nowhere. Ha, I'm a bear. I have fangs and claws and I'm about to eat one of you. Now, a normal parent would be like, you know what? I love my child, eat me. Child, scurry off. I'm taking one for the team. But JW parents, they're kind of like, well, here's my child. I wouldn't eat the arms. I'd go for the legs first. That's the best meat right there. And yeah, enjoy. Do-do-do-do-do. And they just kind of skip away. You know what I'm saying? Like, and their God is like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Forget that kid. Worry about yourself. Like, does that make any sense to you? Are you really okay with that? Because I'm not. I am not okay with that in the least bit. I would happily jump on a grenade for my kids, but not them. But it's not, and they give an example of people being horrible to their kids all in the Bible. Like Abraham. I think it was Abraham. I'll be messing their names up. But the guy who was about to murk his son for God. God was like, hey, you know what? It's Tuesday. How about you sacrifice your son to me? And he was like, wait, what? He said, you heard me. Sacrifice your son right now. Or else, lightning bolt. Wait, God, no lightning bolts. Just let me hook it up. Now, me personally, I'd be like, come on, God, how about you take me? Take me. Don't take my son. Hit me with that lightning bolt and save my son. But nah, your boy Abraham was like, all right, son, I need you to get on top of this bed, put on the blindfold, and count backwards from 10. And he was about to give him that knife business. But God was like, I'm just playing, man. You ain't got to burk up. I just see if you was going to do it. Wow, you're pretty crazy, bro. You're hardcore. Like, that's not okay to me. Why didn't he put himself in that position? Like, you know, I'm not going to hurt my kid. I'm going to hurt myself. I'll hurt myself. But I'm not going to hurt my kid. I'll do anything to save my kid. What are you talking about? That's what I'm saying, man. Like, there's a certain level of selfishness that goes on in the Jehovah Witness organization, and it can't be ignored. A lot of people like, you know, they're okay with it. No. Like, remember the time in the Bible where the kids was talking about that one old guy, was calling him old? Ha, he's old. Look at him, he's bald and everything. He got skinny body. He's old. And then a bear came out and ate like 40 kids or something like that. First off, I got a lot of questions about that. Like, 6 through 40, how are those kids even eating? You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm like 40 kids and we all playing together and a freaking bear comes out, the first 5 probably, okay, the bear can take out 5 kids. But while he's eating that 5th kid, I'm up out of there. I don't see how the 6th through the 40th kid got eaten. You know what I'm saying? Just think about the 40th kid. This bear done ate 39 kids and you ain't got away yet? What are you waiting on, bro? Like, were they all in line just waiting to be mauled by this bear? Like, I don't get it. But anyway, I'm all off the subject. The subject is, why aren't Jehovah Witness parents fighting for their kids? This shows you how deep the brainwashing is. It shows you how deep it is. Like I was reading an article the other day, right? And it said if a husband and a wife were having some type of disagreement or altercation, the husband can sit in on the wife, you know. The only time the husband can't sit in on the wife is if the wife is scared for her physical safety. That's the only time the husband can't sit in. And then it followed that up by saying, and if that is the case, be sure to call the service department in Bethel. Call the service department? What are they going to do? They going to put something in the watchtower? Hey, we got several calls about people hurting their wives. Stop doing that. That's all they can do. You call the police. You don't call the service department. And the reason I'm saying that is because instead of people, they'll get information that somebody's hurting their child, right? First off, like some predator stuff. If anybody touched my kid, regardless of the religious backing, even I can say this honestly, if I was a JW still, with all my brainwashing and everything else, knowing how I live my double life and all that other stuff, if I were to find out that somebody was hurting my child, I'm not calling the service department. Chances are, I'm not even calling the police. I'm calling my biggest, most baddest friend I have, telling them to bring a baseball bat, and we're going to go and meet and talk to this person that hurt my child. That's usually what's going to happen. But the Jehovah Witnesses, for some reason, some of them can't do that. Some of them will not even call the police. You know what I'm saying? And I don't personally get that. Because at some point, you have to realize, like, I don't even think they really believe. I really don't. I really don't think Jehovah Witnesses deep down believe the stuff that they say and do. I don't think so. Like, I think they're willing to give their life for certain things, but it's certain things in life that I guarantee, I would bet every dime that I have, it wouldn't happen. Like if somebody were to come in your house with a baseball bat and say, hey, where are your children at? Nobody, not even Jehovah Witnesses, would be like, my children are over there. Do what you got to do. Nobody would do that. Now, what if that guy with the bat was Jehovah? He proved it to you. He did a quick little miracle. You're like, oh man, where did that mouse come from? I made it with my hand. And you're like, oh crap, you are Jehovah. And then you'd be like, well, my kids are in there. They're not listening. They're not, they don't believe in Jehovah. So do as you may. And Jehovah went in there and took a bat to your kids. You would not be okay with that. You would not be. You're sitting there talking about well, if y'all get destroyed in Armageddon, do you know the different ways there is to lose your life? Do you know how many different ways there is? Especially if you listen up to old Top Shelf Tony. Tony talking about people burning to the point that they bust open like hot dogs. Like that's what he's saying gonna happen to your kids. And you will serve a God that would do that to your kids. That doesn't make sense to me. I don't believe you would do that. I believe that if you saw your kid, I don't care if they're an adult now or whatever, but if you saw them in pain or on fire or anything like that, you're going to help. You're not going to be like, oh, it hurts, but I got to do what Jehovah said, and then walk out. You're not. It's not going to happen. If you can't even turn away getting some poo-tang from a girl or getting some ding-a-lang from a guy, how are you going to turn away your child that's going through some evil stuff? Because as much as y'all like to be like, yeah, we Jehovah's people, y'all mess up, y'all get this fellowship for the same thing all the time. And if y'all ain't strong enough to stop that human emotion, how are you going to break the human tie? Now, I'll give it to you. The governing body is doing everything possible to weaken that bond between parent and child. They're doing everything in their power. But at the same time, it's just certain things you will not be okay with happening. If a bear were to attack your kid, you're going to at least throw a brick at him or try to poke him with a stick or something. You're not going to just stand there. If your child was being hurt and destroyed, even if it was Armageddon, you're not going to just stand there and just let it happen. I doubt it. Just think about that Just think about that for a second. What type of God would even be okay with that? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Anyway, it's your boy Jay the Comedian. I hope y'all having a great day. So far, my day's been okay. All right? Holla at your guala. Deuces.